Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. And this is my first impressions look on the Nike Lebron 19 Low. So sorry this took so long. I actually missed the drop for this actual shoe with the Fruity Pebbles colorway. And I think I slept in or something, but I missed the drop and I was like very sad about it. And then the Lebron 19 Low finally came out, like the bread colorway. So it is available on Nike.com or the Nike app for 160 bucks. And if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave an affiliate link in the description box. But let's get started right away with the tracciones. And as far as the traction pattern goes, it's very similar to the regular Lebron 19. It's actually pretty much identical, right? Look at that. Identical. So the Lebron 19 traction was freaking terrible. It would not bite very well. And like even on dust. I mean like it was just terrible on the clean court. And then it was just as terrible on a dusty court. So I don't even think dust really affected the Lebron 19. But either way, it was a really bad traction. I was sliding around everywhere. Just not a great bite, right? But the Lebron 19 Low, actually trying it on my wood floors, there seems to be a little squeak and the bite seems pretty damn nice. So I'm very excited about that because, you know, I also I tried the Lebron 19 just to see how bad it was compared to the Lebron 19 Low on my wood floors, and still was not biting on my wood floors, right? And my wood floors are a little bit different than the actual basketball court, right? But also I played a little bit in the Lebron 19 Low today. I only played a couple of games in them because I'm testing some other shoes. I was just curious as to how it felt initially, and it was biting pretty well, right? And this is the first instance where a translucent outsole performs better than a solid rubber outsole. This has actually never happened to me, from my experience anyway. Like I've been doing this a long time and I've reviewed quite a bit of shoes, right? And this is the first time that's ever happened, so that's pretty interesting. Maybe they changed up the rubber compound, I don't know what it is, but it seems like a better bite than the regular Lebron 19. So I am excited about that. One thing though is that the Lebron 19 Low and the Lebron 19, they have the same like nubs, right? And these nubs do not seem durable at all. So I would not recommend playing with these shoes on an outdoor court, especially since the Lebron 19 is 200 bucks and the Low is 160 bucks. So there's the traction there. I'm pretty damn excited about it. Moving on to the heel to toe transition, it seems pretty damn smooth, right? So here in the heel, we have a not a crazy curve shape, but it is rounded, right? And also this air unit has a crazy amount of compression, as you guys all know. So yeah, it feels pretty damn smooth here in the heel. And then in the forefoot we have, look at that, super curved shape. It rocks, rockabye baby. Sorry, but yeah, it rocks very nicely, and you have a pretty good flex here in the forefoot and also here in the midfoot. Look at that, right? Compared to the Lebron 19 where it doesn't flex really at all. So this is all just plastic. If you guys remember, this whole thing is plastic. And the Lebron 19 Low, this is all React, right? The only kind of midfoot chain plate is this part right here, and it doesn't really even go into the forefoot, which I guess like the torsional support isn't going to be as good as a Lebron 19. We'll have to see on that. And my arches were hurting a little bit when I was playing the Lebron 19 Low. Alright, moving on to the cushioning setup. So the air unit here in the heel is the exact same as the regular Lebron 19, right? And it also feels pretty much the exact same. It has a crazy amount of compression. And the PSI seems pretty high as well, so it doesn't feel crazy unstable or anything, which of course is a good thing. Also in this Fruity Pebbles colorway, one thing that's really cool about this air unit is that once you go out into the sun, it turns purple. And it's instantaneous. So right when it hits the sun, it turns purple. And then when you take it out of the sun, it takes a couple of seconds, but it becomes clear again. So I think that's a really cool touch in this colorway. And then we have full-length React. As you guys can see, this is all React, right? And also on the medial side, you can see all the React here. You can see the React here in the forefoot as well. And how does the React feel? It feels nice. You know, in the forefoot, it feels nice and soft, plush, not crazy bouncy or anything right now. Also, another thing in the heel that feels nice is the insole. The insole, I mean, it has Flintstones, right? And then we have a nice little heel crash pad, you know, so that feels nice. And then underneath that, just like the Lebron 19, we have a little bit of an air unit, or like an air bubble. It's not super easy to feel just because it doesn't protrude out that much, and it's also really small. But I guess that is a nice little touch as well. But one thing that I definitely noticed is the court feel, right? So right now I'm testing like the AC10s, the Yeezys, and the UA Hover Havoc 4 clone. And those all have great court feel, right? And all the other shoes that I have, you know, like the PG6 I love to play in, the Hardins and stuff like that, they all have very, very good court feel. Super low to the ground, right? And then, so I guess I just got used to that feeling. But then like I put these shoes on and I was like, yo, the court feel is absolutely horrendous. And yeah, I mean, the court feel is really, really bad. You're super high up off the ground. Of course, that's usually the case with Lebrons and also with air units. That's one reason why I don't like air units, because you can't really have a nice air unit and have good court feel, right? So that's one thing that sucks, but of course you have crazy compression. Impact protection is probably going to be very, very good, and I like the React here in the forefoot. So I guess there are, you know, trade-offs, of course. You know, thicker cushion means softer cushion, more compression, but of course you have worse court feel, which I don't like all too much. And the same thing here in the LeBron 19, you're super high up. I mean, you get like 2 inches, you're 2 inches taller. So, but I mean, I guess some people won't mind that as much, right? All right, moving on to the materials. So here in the forefoot, in this colorway we have, it's kind of like a patent leather, and there is a little bit of a texture or a pattern to it, and it kind of reminds me of like dinosaur skin or something, right? And then the swoosh is yellow with a red outline, which looks great. It's thin, it conforms to your foot really, really well, and it feels really supportive too. So I actually don't mind this material at all. And then here, basically in the midfoot, we have this white material. And it's just like a mesh material. It's see-through, as you guys can see. It's super thin. It allows for a lot of ventilation. And then underneath that, we have a tongue, right? But it's a half booty construction tongue. So it does stick out, as you guys can see, but it's connected to this material that goes underneath everything for a better overall one-to-one fit. The tongue has very minimal padding actually, but it is quite soft and it's large. And in this pair we can see LeBron James's logo. In the other pair we can see that it says Magic Fruity Pebbles, which is pretty cool, I guess. And then here in the ankle area we have 2 really, really large Achilles pillows. And I don't think I've ever seen one as large and as crazy as these. You know, they're super soft, they're very foamy. It of course improves lockdown. It feels really nice on the Achilles, so that's a nice touch. Something that the LeBron 19 didn't have. So I really like that. So the overall material is super nice. You know, it's thin, it feels very supportive as well. And I don't really mind the quality. I like the textile materials, I like the mesh, and I also like this kind of like patent leather. The bread colorway I believe is just a regular leather, but I can't really tell if the quality is nice on that. So overall in this colorway I do like the quality and it feels really nice on foot. Alright, moving on to the fit. I went true to size and it fits really freaking snug, right? Which I like. So my toes go pretty much right to the edge of the shoe. And then also look at this. Look at how pointy and narrow this shoe is here in the forefoot, right? So it's super narrow and also it's really snug here in the toe box, which I like. It reminds me a lot of the LeBron 19 actually, but a little bit more snug. So if you try it on the LeBron 19, it's gonna be a little bit more snug than that. And I like the fit so far. It feels really nice, but if you don't like to have a snug fit and you like to have more of a roomy fit, I'll probably suggest going up half a size, but just be careful on that because I feel like it might even still be a little snug. That's how snug the LeBron 19 low is. Also, we have a very high heel tab and it's super easy to slide this shoe on, which is of course very convenient. Alright, moving on to the support and lockdown, I feel like it's gonna be pretty damn good, right? So here, for lateral containment, here in the forefoot we have this plastic piece coming up. It's like a iridescent plastic, which I like, and it comes up acting as a sidewall here in the forefoot. And then here in the heel we have the React foam coming up acting as a sidewall, and we have a swoosh here which looks very, very nice. It's a creamy white color which I like, and there is an internal TPU heel counter, so I feel like lateral containment is going to be good. As far as the lateral stability goes, let's see which shoe is wider, right? So the LeBron 19 was really good, right? We have a very crazy outrigger in the LeBron 19, and look at that, same thing here in the lows. You know, it's pretty much the same width here in the forefoot as you guys can see, and also here in the heel it's pretty much the same as well. Look at that. And that's something that I like as well, just because the air unit in the LeBron 19 and the LeBron 19 low, there's just a crazy amount of compression, right? So if there's a lot of compression here, it can feel a little unstable. So if you increase the PSI and also make it a very wide base, it's gonna add for a lot of stability, which is good, you know, especially comparing to like the LeBron 18 and like the previous LeBrons as well. So yeah, I feel like lateral stability is gonna be good in the shoe as well. All right, so this is my favorite part about this video because I'm super curious. I mean, the LeBron 19 low feels a lot lighter than the LeBron 19, but it still feels kind of heavy. And if a shoe is lighter than the LeBron 19, it's not saying much just because the LeBron 19 is the heaviest shoe I've ever measured on this channel. Besides the Yeezy basketball knit, that shoe is freaking heavy too. But anyways, yeah, the LeBron 19 is like 18 ounces. Yeah, 18.06 ounces. Let's check the other pair. 17.85 ounces, so let's just average it like 17.9 or something, right? The LeBron 19 low, on the other hand, is 14.14 ounces, so 4 ounces lighter, which is of course a good thing, but 14 ounces is still freaking heavy. Let's check the right pair. 13.93 ounces, so average it out to like 14 ounces. Yeah, 14 ounces is still heavy, but it definitely feels a lot lighter than the LeBron 19. It also feels way less stiff, right? Just because, like I said, the sole of the shoe is just so damn stiff, you can't move it. I mean, it gets like torsion support is good, but like look at that, it's just super stiff. The LeBron 19 low is just a lot more flexible, I guess in kind of like the wrong place, but it just feels a little bit more like fluid right now, which I like better. So overall it feels nice. Also, another thing that I like about it is that the materials, there's very little padding actually, you know, like here in the forefoot, here in the midfoot, and also here in the ankle area besides the Achilles pads, but that doesn't add too much bulk. So the upper feels very minimal. It's just underneath your foot it feels kind of heavy, right? All right, moving on to the aesthetics. I actually really like it, and I feel like it looks a lot better than the LeBron 19. And I feel like that's the case for a lot of his lows. His lows look usually a little bit better than the signature shoe line, and just in my personal opinion. And I really like this colorway as well. Like I love like this fruity pebble. I believe this is just fruity pebbles, right? It's red and yellow. That looks great as well. And then the laces, we have like this white and purple lace. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, the LeBron 19 low is feeling pretty good. You know, if it had the same traction as the LeBron 19, I would be very disappointed. And I'd be like, I don't really care all too much about it, right? But it seems like it has a better bite. The cushion maybe is a little bit of a downgrade, but the sole feels a little bit more flexible, which I like. Also, it's 4 freaking ounces lighter, which is great, right? And there's a lot less plastic, right? The LeBron 19 had a lot of plastic and a lot of stuff going on here in the upper. So overall, the LeBron 19 low is feeling pretty good. If you watched the review of the LeBron 19, I was pretty disappointed in it, but I feel like the LeBron 19 low will be able to redeem the LeBron 19, right? We'll see on that though. We'll have to see for the performance review. But anyways, that about concludes my first impressions look on this shoe. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave an affiliate link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.